Um, okay, good morning, guys. Happy weekend. I trust the week was not that stressful. Let's wait 5 minutes I mean 30 more minutes for others to join because this can very well be a very short. We don't have the plan of spending more than 1 hour in class today. So let's just wait for like 3 more minutes. When it's 10:05, we'll start. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Can you see my PG admin screen? Okay, very well. Thank you. How is your project going on, Angel? How is your custom project going on? Because the funny thing is, I've had a lot of people breathe down my neck that the project get as it be. It's been a very funny week from you guys. Very, very funny one because I was just laughing at every turn. Almost everyone that messages me message because of the project, and just only few people having problems with the ProgreSQL installation. And to be fair, the project is a very simple one. It just takes logical reasoning. You just take logical reasoning. What you are to do is always going to be staring at you. Yeah, you just have to think like a little wider out of the box. So it's a very simple one. It's a very, very simple one. And um, no matter you, like I said, you guys can always reach out to me if there is a problem. But since it is a project, there is a certain level I can get to, or I don't know how to put it now. I can't give away everything. If I want to be a very good tutor, I just have to guide. I can't I can't answer you directly. Yeah, let me put it that way. I can't answer you directly that okay, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to do. But I can just give you a little pathway. Not so much because I have also dropped a lot of hints about the project in the instructions. So if you read the instructions very well, you go through it and then you study the questions very well, you will see that I have even done more than you know spoon feed everyone on the project. So it's a pretty easy one. Just have to think outside the box. And I'm hoping to see submissions that it's going to blow my mind. I am very, very well open to see submissions that would, make me feel like, wow, everyone has done a very great job, which I am trusting that I will see one or two people that will show that sign because they've actually showed the sign already. So that is that about our capstone project. As usual, this class is going to go on as long as, though we don't have the plan of going beyond 1 hour, but the class is going to be highly dependent on the questions that you guys have, the questions that you've come through during the week, the things that you have learned during the week and all. So um, yeah, so that is how we are going to go about it today. I'm talking about the exercise files. There are some people that are having problems with how to download the exercise files. And like I have stated many times on the group that this is the correct file. This is the correct file for the capstone project. I have named it Microsoft Excel Capstone Project. Microsoft Excel Capstone Project. And for the SQL that we are currently taking right now, for all the data sets that we are going to be working with, all the data sets that are going to be, both the ones that we created during the codes that we wrote, or all the code, all the tables we created, the data sets we created, the ones we wrote queries to pull out, I have included them in this course data set for you to like check whether whatever it is you are doing is whether you are on the right path. I think there was a section in one of the topics where I explained how you can export out the data you have pulled from the database and export it out as a PDF. I can export it out as a PDF. So you are going to be needing these SQL course materials, which is the PDF. And these course materials are, I don't know how to put it. I put in a lot of my, let me see now. I put in every of my effort into it to prepare it. So I know at one point or the other in the future, it's going to be very useful for you guys. I want to believe so. I want to believe so. They are like those, timeless textbook because every possible topic about SQL have been discussed in those materials. So please download yours and keep it safe. And also for the CSV files, like I said, the Excel files, you have to download. You can download the two. So these are the two files you need for the SQL class: the SQL course materials and SQL course data set. And for the project, it's going to be unlocked by the time we are done. We are going to be solving a murder mystery. And during the course of the week, I got another project on SQL, and I would also like to include it as our capstone project. I'm going to convert it to student friendly. It was a freelance that I got from that I'm currently working on for a company, yeah. And so I'm going to be converting it down to student friendly material that everybody can work on as a project. But for the time being, we should be expecting to work on this modern. You are going to be playing the role of an FBI. It's a very popular SQL project, and you can find it in almost every SQL beginner's portfolio. I'll find it there. At least those that were able to solve it. It's a very popular one, and only few have been able to like decode it without using any AI. Just have to solve it by yourself. It's a practice. Yeah, and it is going to take you a lot of critical thinking. So that being said, let me go to my PG admin. Now, this is the PG admin that most people are having problem with. Please, how many of us, I want everyone to unmute themselves. How many of us have been able to complete our installation successfully and start the SQL course proper? I know there is someone actually surprised me yesterday. He has covered all the topics for the week and is even hoping to go beyond video number 73. And I was like, wow, like it is really, I don't know, it is really encouraging. It's really, really encouraging. He has gone beyond everything. That means he has gotten his installation right. He has written all the codes and all the queries, and it is really amazing to see. So how many of us have also, been able to start already? How many? Like, if you've been able to start, please, I want you to signify. Lovina, good morning. Hello, Lovina.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So what's up? Have you been able to, like, get started with your SQL?
No, not really.
Why? What's going on?
I'm finding it difficult to download this software.
Okay. Are you currently with your system? Are you joining the class with your system right now, or you're joining with
Using
your
my,
what?
I'm using my phone right now.
Okay, so you've not been able to download the software.
Yes.
Why? I think I dropped the link to the group.
Yes, you did. I told you I was going to download WhatsApp in my system. So when I did, I tried clicking on the link. It actually opened, but then to download it was saying network problem, all those connection things.
Okay, I guess that is a network problem generally because for every time anyone complains about the link, all I have to do is just to go open my WhatsApp, click on the link, and then it's just get downloaded directly to my PC. So it's an active link. Even if I click it with my phone, the software will want to download on my phone. So it's an active link. Please get that sorted so that you will be able to move with the class. I think I need to really emphasize the importance of having to move with the class so as not to get left behind. So please, guys, let's stay updated. Amina, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So what's up? Have you started your SQL at all?
My SQ, yes, I started to think. I mean, the fourth video, fifth video now. What's the name, safe? I've been really busy with work, that's why I've not really gone far with it. But I think, yeah, creating table in SQL, abi?
Like you've basically started. That is
That's
actually the most
video,
important thing.
yes, the number 62 video, abi? My
All
God,
right.
sorry, I just couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Samuel, good morning. Sam. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
How was the week?
Yeah, it was good, thank you.
So how is SQL going on now?
Um, okay, I guess I've not like finished the course for this week. I stopped at creating a database or a table on a database. So that was where I stopped.
Well, you've been able to start, yeah?
Yes, I've been able to start. Yes, I've been able to start.
All right, wonderful. You are one of those people that I trusted that will have, get it figured out already. So very well. And thank you for the mention on LinkedIn.
Yes, sir.
Martha, good morning. Hello, Martha. Good morning. Hello, Martha. Okay. Gift. Good morning. Hello, Gift.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, boss. So what's up? Have you been able to like start your SQL?
Good morning. Okay. Yes, I completed the lessons for this week.
Okay, yes, I know that person is going to show their face one way or the other. I know it's you. Very well. Keep up the consistency. So any challenge so far? Any challenge with it so far?
Eh, not really. The part I had issues with initially was when to copy the address link to insert a table from Excel. So I had to, because you mentioned in the video that you can use any address link, but it wasn't working. So I tried to follow the format of yours, going through the programs file, just try to insert, open a new folder in the programs file, then open the data set and inserted or copied those CSV files. That's when it was able to work. So well, that part was a bit technical before I could get it. I don't know if it's just for me, but it just wasn't working with any other address link until I changed to the part.
The location on your PC.
Yes, and the location.
Yeah. The thing is, setting up your MySQL Workbench or PostgreSQL PG admin, it is tricky. The To import a table on MySQL is pretty much straightforward. You can import it the way it is raw, how raw it is from the CSV file or the Excel file, basically. But in pgadmin, that is in PostgreSQL, you would have to create every entity of the table already. Then you will import the data into it. That is, it has to carry the same column formatting, the same data types and all, just like I have explained in the video. But on the long run, you are going to find out that doing doing all those stuff would make it easier for you to work with that table and that database. Unlike having to SQL has my SQL has its own advantage and has its own disadvantage. Same thing with the PostgreSQL too. But PostgreSQL still remains the one of the best open source SQL variant. So that is why I had to choose it. And also another thing that most people are also having problems with is the installation, the multiple installation of PostgreSQL servers. And like I rightly mentioned to someone, I don't know who that is, but I mentioned to someone that if you are installing MySQL and you will always install Stack Builder. Yeah. So when you are done, when you've completed one installation and then it starts again, it means SQL is trying to install, PostgreSQL is trying, Stack Builder is trying to install every available versions of PostgreSQL, even the earlier updates. PostgreSQL is Stack Builder is trying to install every available version. Now, that is not important, but some way, somehow, you might find it necessary to do that. Like I said, for me, I have every version of PostgreSQL on my PC because I've been working with this for a very long time, for a while now, and I started working with the PostgreSQL when it was still in version 13, and that was I think that was in the 2021 or no 2020 or so, when it was still in version 13. So there are some databases that I created using version 13 that you will find out that you can't move them to the earliest version again, to the later version or the upgraded version. And it still does not change the fact that they are all PostgreSQL. The difference between every one of these versions are the new features that is being included into each and every one of them. But they are all PostgreSQL servers. So if I'm working with a client now that sends me a PostgreSQL database that was created on a PC that had only server 12, PostgreSQL server 12 or server 13 or server 14. When the person was creating the database, they created it on either server 13 or 14 or the earlier servers. So it is not going to be a problem for me to know how to just import those database on the correct server, because if I create anything on server 13, it is not possible for me to run it on server 17 because 17 will seem much more advanced for that server. and so it is going to be lagging a little bit. So that is why I said it is only necessary, it is not important. If you know you cannot or you don't want to take up older projects or projects that were created on older servers, then you can just stay with your version 17. But for the scope of the course, version 17, server 17 is just the important one. I think I have databases created in each and every one of these things. And then also, most people have problems with the password. If you press on any one of the servers and it is asking you for password, at the point of installation, you must have entered the password. You must have created a password. So all you have to do is just to enter the password. And let me make one thing very, very clear to you. As a programmer, never in this life, do not forget the password to your MySQL to your SQL database server. It is just like this what do they call it now? This is it Bitcoin or Ethereum password. It is an holy grail. It is an egg. If it drops and it breaks, that is the end of it. If you forget the password to your SQL server, that is the end of it. There is no option to retrieve your password. There is no, and this has always been my own nightmare too, most times. Let me see if I hadn't. That is why it is also very important to have just a single password. Yeah, thank God. So yeah, so I created this course on server 16. So you can see all of my databases. So I have the Supermat database that we are working on for the course. I have the practice database that I created, TerraSkills, and the training database that I created for some clients. So let it load. So the codes are pretty much straightforward, but also I'm not sure if I included the scripts. I'm not sure if I included it on my on the files that I uploaded. But if I don't and you think you need it, please you can always reach out to me. All the scripts that we used. Okay, what's wrong with my? So if you need the scripts, please just reach out to me so that you can use to compare yours. And also, some people, for those that renamed, that named their own database at the point of creation, that named it something else apart from the Supermat DB that I used in the course, please make sure you are anytime, because before you can complain that your code is not running, make sure you are you created the right database, or you remember using a different database is not the problem. The problem is for you remembering the name you assigned or the name you used to create your database. Now, because that is going to be a very big problem for most people. That is going to be a very, very big problem for most people. So it is very, very important to make sure that you name it data. It is either you name it this Supermat DB here, or if you are naming it anything you want, make sure you always remember the name. And if you are setting a password, again, if you are setting a password in any SQL database, please make sure it is a password you can always remember. SQL database password is irretrievable. I've not seen anyone retrieve it before. And trust me, I have made a lot of research about how to retrieve an SQL database. SQL did not make any provision. Every of the SQL servers, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle database, MySQL, PostgreSQL. They didn't. So imagine you being, let's say you are the manager in charge of the database of a company. Yeah, and then you forget to, let's say, the company's account, company's database account, like anything that has to do with finances or something like that, and then that person ends up having amnesia. Or what are those severe something or, or dementia? It's not going to be funny at all. It's not going to be. They have to slap the person so that that person's brain can reset and then bring back the password, because you just can't retrieve it. Once it's gone, it is gone. I learned the lesson the hard way so many times before I realized that I have to start acting like a professional. Yeah, so please, it is very, very important that we always remember the password we set. So for my ProgreSQL 17, for my ProgreSQL 17 also, yeah. And please, if you are entering the password for the first time, just save it, click on Save to Vault, so as to avoid you having to be, entering the password over and over and over again. So please, let's take note of that. And before you begin to work on your database, always make sure you refresh. You refresh your database like this. Click on each and every one of the servers and refresh them every time. For instance, if I'm going to write any script or any code on my database, I'll first of all come to my databases, I'll refresh. After refreshing, the database that I want to work on, particularly, I'll select on it. I'll also refresh it. Then I can come to my Object Explorer here and then click on my query tool, and then I can start writing my code. I can start writing my code. I can assure you guys, SQL is so fun. It's so fun to do with. If you are SQL is like mathematics. If you are working math and you are getting it, you are going to be very happy. But if you get stuck at some point, it's not going to be funny at all. It's not going to be funny. And some of the most common language or query in SQL is as a matter of fact, let me open my SQL Workbench too, so that we can make some comparison to it. Workbench. Yeah. So we can make some comparison. I like the two a lot, but I think I like ProgreSQL more, because ProgreSQL has some functions that MySQL does not have. But some of the most common functions in MySQL is ProgreSQL is just for every SQL, I mean, select statement. You have a select statement, select star from anything. If I'm writing this code that selects star from anything, that means I'm writing, let's say I want to check if I'm saying star, that is select every damn thing, everything.
Very sorry.
Okay.
I can't see your screen. I don't know if I'm the only one that is experiencing the same.
Please, is there anyone that cannot see my screen? Okay, let me reshare. Sorry about that. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So select from okay. So can you see the screen now, Damilola? So select from, let me find my tables. Where are my tables? So these are my tables. Just come to schemas. Under schemas, open public, you see tables. And then, so I can, if I want to see the tables on my database, for instance, let's say I want to see every information of my customer table. So I'll say select from customer. Then I will run the code. So I can see every one of my customer information on my database. SQL database is a very, very sensitive and should be treated with utmost discretion. It should be treated with utmost discretion because you are going to, like, you are in charge of a lot of sensitive informations. A lot of sensitive information. I have worked in a firm before as a data analyst where there is a department for we data analysts and there is a different department for the data scientist guys. And the data scientist guys are the ones that are responsible for working on the database. The thing is, everything they were doing in that department, there are things that I can do conveniently. As a matter of fact, I am a professional in it. But everyone has their own job allocation. Everyone has their own job allocation, and we, the data analysts, we depend solely on the data scientist guys because if we need an information to be analyzed, we have to go to them and then tell them that, okay, I need the information of customers from a particular year, but like let's say 3 years, and then you just have to be specific about your request. And they are the ones that are responsible for writing every one of these codes and then showing them like this, like you are seeing right now. And then they will export it out. They will export it out like save result file like this, and then send it to us, the data analyst, as a CSV file. Then we are responsible for taking it to the to any one of the data visualization tools that we need, and then we'll work on it. So if you are working as a database manager, you are going to, like, the situation of your life, your money or your life. This time around is your database password or your life. You are going to be working with a whole lot of, what do we call this thing now? There's something we call GDPR. Yes, GDPR, General Data Privacy or Data Protection Rights. If you are working with European companies, understand that that thing it is a jailable offense. You can go from work to jail straight if you disclose or if you are not careful with how you handle the privacy, the informations of the clients of the companies. Just like working, especially if you are working with fintech or companies or firms that has to do with financial institutions. So a whole lot of things is going to be resting on your shoulders. That's why I said this course it's a gift to everyone that is taking it, because database on its own, it's a whole different ball game. Separately, it's a whole different ball game for everyone that is involved. So let me open my SQL. So this is my SQL workbench, and then I can just come and open my connections. MySQL also has a password during at the point of installation, so you just have to take care of that one too. MySQL is also fun to work with sometimes. I do enjoy working on MySQL. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So for everything that we've run on ProgressQL, like this, every one of this information that we had created, every one of these tables here, we can also replicate the same thing on MySQL. Some people actually find it fun to work on MySQL. So, but the only difference is that while you cannot create a database on ProgressQL with a code, you can create a database with just coming to the databases, right-clicking on these databases like this, and then create. While you can do that with a click of a mouse on ProgressQL, when it gets to MySQL, you have to write a code for it. You have to write a code for it, and once you have created a database, you can't create another database with the same name. The code will never run. It will keep giving you an error. You keep getting an error message that something like you have created. And also, if you are working on SQL, please always follow the error code. Read the error code thoroughly. Always read the error code thoroughly. Please, again, always go through your every error code means something. Please follow it and look at what it is telling you. Every error code is going to come as a simple English, really. So working as a data scientist, because this is the data science part of being a data analyst. Working as a data scientist, you have to be you have to be accurate, and you have to be calm. You have to be very, very calm to check through whatever it is you're writing and you are doing. Please, it is very, very important. It's very, very important, please. So to create a database on MySQL, you write a code, create database, then you run it. Then you have to also select a database you want to be